Michael van Gerwen is being quoted by the bookies as the 5-1 on favourite to win this match, but maybe two ways of looking at that. More about that in a moment. There is Michael. 215 grand he's won on the Pro Tour this year, and he's taken just about everything since Robert Thornton won the World Grand Prix. But Dave Chisnall, well, they played 11 times this year, and he's beaten Michael van Gerwen on 3 occasions, including 2 of his last 3.
Well, he's one of those players that's capable of beating anybody on his day because of his power scoring. A big 180 hitter, as we all see quite often. And now one of the big players on the pro circuit, got himself in the Premier League, did pretty well in that one. Just needs to make that next step and win one. He's been to a couple of finals, the World Grand Prix. You know, he's one of the big players now, and he just needs to take that next step, as we've mentioned with Peter Wright. He needs to win one.
He's been very close. That 9-darter this year got to this stage, beating Gerwen and Jamie Lewis. Experience saw him through against Lewis. Van Gerwen, well, rightly the favourite, of course, but it can be a mistake in sport to give people too much credit before they've actually got out there and earned it. He's been a terrific performer in the tournaments running up to this, but he's still got it to do here. He's got to get past Chisnall, then he's got either Daryl Gurney or Benito van der Pas, who's playing really well, and in the final, well, we've seen Mensah throwing well, and A.D. Lewis, a 2-time world champion.
Yeah, Mensah Sulovic, a very difficult player to beat. And Adrian Lewis, well, he's a top quality performer. He can win anything if he puts his mind to it. He mentioned before about tidying up his doubles. If he can do that, he can quite easily win this one. But he's in the semi-finals. Michael's not yet. He's got to win this one.
And this could be a battle, because if Chizzy gets into the real big hitting mode, he can be one of the most prolific 180 men in the sport.
The pace of the game, we mention it a lot, is going to be perfect for both players to bring their A game up there. Oh, great 177 from Michael van Gerwen.
Yeah, brilliant.
Scoring prolifically already.
And a chance to take a first leg against the throw, but great response from Chisnall.
Well, hold on to your hats. He's left the Sulovic double 14. He hasn't hit it yet. 1 dart left. Oh, he's missed it.
There you are. Point proven. Looked like he was home and dry. It's only the width of a wire. You're talking about tiny margins, and Chisnall now could punish him. Double 18. And has. 1-0 Chisnall.
Yeah, good darts from Chizzy there. That 180 was the catalyst to give him the chance. Van Gerwen missed 3 darts at double, and he stepped in and hit double 18.
Michael van Gerwen got to this stage, beating young Keegan Brown. He pushed him reasonably hard, 6-4, then his old mate Vincent van der Voort, 10-6. He'd, of course, like to go to the World Championships, buoyed by a victory here, but he's going to have it to do if Chizzy keeps hitting these big numbers.
Yeah, plenty of support for both players. 2 very popular players because of the style of play that they both have. Fast and furious, big maximum scorers.
Girls on tour.
Even the Golden Girls are enjoying it. Back comes Chizzy.
140.
Well, this is eye-catching stuff so far. Van Gerwen not on a finish. Chisnall is.
132. David Brown, 161.
Great leave by Van Gerwen.
97.
Yeah, scoring very heavily, both players already. At the penultimate end of leg 2. Well, he missed 3 darts in the first leg, and he's missed 3 darts in the second leg. Opening the door for Chizzy again.
None out of 6. He can take it against the throw now for first advantage here, Chisnall. Great darts, double 8. Oh, the crowd held its breath. The wrong side of the wire, opportunity missed.
Well, it certainly was, because I'm sure at some point later on in this match we'll look back at 2 or 3 points, and that will be one of them. Could have been 2-0, but it's one apiece.
134.
They can be game changers so early in a match.
140. 93.
Chizzy is another of those players, like Peter Wright, almost looks, as you watch him, he's almost too good not to have won a big tournament.
140.
Yeah, he's just added that little bit more composure to his game. He was known as one of those big scorers, but just couldn't quite get past
60.
to the later stages of the tournament. He's now doing that. He just needs that next stage of winning one. It's difficult nowadays with so many good players around, including Michael van Gerwen, Anderson, Taylor, Lewis, all these players. They're all hard to beat on the day.
140, 180 would be handy for Chisnall's chances here.
130.
That's not bad.
Michael
No.
121.
He's giving himself a chance in every leg.
Missed the treble 17 for the bullseye there, so
53.
Chisnall again can
76.
take an advantage here. He'll go for treble 20 for double 8, one would think. 56-16 leaves him tops. Good darts. 2-1 Chisnall.
Took it cleanly that time, missed the 64 the previous leg. Van Gerwen in the maximum zone.
Second maximum for the old green machine, MVG.
100.
I'm sure there'll be many more.
134.
With the darts, Van Gerwen trying to square off the match.
It's fantastic stuff from both players at the moment.
140.
Great to watch this, Alan, right now.
Well, they'll both feel comfortable with the game. They've played each other so many times. They know they can both score well. They'll both be given the utmost respect by each other. It's just about doing it on the day, on the double. Big finishes come rarely, but I'm sure one of those big finishes could change the complexion of this match later on.
20 for bullseye. Oh, what about that? 2-2. Crowd's waking up now, rightly so. Break at the end of this leg. Important for Chisnall to hold on.
Well, it's warming up nicely, isn't it? People love to see the bull finishes, and that was important for Van Gerwen.
Career records 20-8 in Van Gerwen's favour. As I said earlier, Chizzy's taken 2 of the last 3. So if you put a huge wedge on Michael van Gerwen, you might like to take notice of darts like that.
It's because he does it on a regular basis as well.
100.
Good standard already in this match.
Pair of them averaging 106.
Yeah, you almost come to expect it nowadays, a ton plus average. Well, a mistake there from Chisnall. Will it open the door? He's a bit ahead, but
in a
that
180
can change.
here.
Well, it can change so quickly, John, and with a shot like that, it's changed dramatically.
So the throw under pressure now, 139 Chisnall, great first dart. Oh, he wants a double 13 for tops. Looking for the treble 10 there.
Well, it was the poor visit, the shot before, that's caused the damage.
Quality from Van Gerwen, and a painful break for from Chisnall's point of view. Right before the pause in proceedings, Van Gerwen will come back with the arrows, leading 3-2. Third of our quarter-finals here in Minehead.
140.
Well, as you mentioned, John, with our official betting partners Titan Bet, it was 1-5 Michael van Gerwen, looking good, but 7-2 for Chisnall. Certainly some value in that with the way he can power score.
Well, this is a long way from over yet. There'll be plenty of twists and turns in this match, but look at this again from Van Gerwen.
139.
His average up over 112.
There you can see it. Chisnall just behind. It is early in the match, so his, you would think, would rise. When you get 2 players playing at this level, throwing second, it's not often you get many darts at the double. So your average can rise because of that.
Van Gerwen had the break in the leg before the pause in proceedings when we saw a few adverts.
140.
Chisnall throwing well. He's going to have an opportunity of a 138 checkout to strike straight back.
He's going to be wary of the Dutchman on 80. 138. Can't do it now, so looking at setup, Van Gerwen on 80. And you feel that Chisnall has to stay, if he is behind, within touching distance of Van Gerwen. We've seen it so many often now, he can run away with games.
Van Gerwen, double 10. And now makes it 4-2. Clinical precision.
Well, from 2-1 down, Van Gerwen is 87 with a bull finish, 81 and 80. Not the biggest finishes in the world, but just as important, because they were all when Chisnall was hovering or waiting on a double.
Great maximum. Van Gerwen, incidentally, when he does the grimaces and seemingly roars, good response. It's usually pretty much noiseless because, as Alan will tell you, he has to play in many a tournament where quiet is expected.
Yeah, some of the Pro Tour events, you can hit the big finishes or win a match. There's a lot of other games going on.
So it's kind of a silent roar rather than a genuine one.
Looks like you've turned the volume off on the TV.
Might be a few people done that anyway.
Not when you're on, John, obviously.
Not everybody's cup of tea, you know, it's all very subjective, this commentary like. Anyway, Chisnall, 106. Treble 17 would leave the bullseye. He doesn't have to, he might just set it up. And he is doing.
41 left, so just checking. 1 for tops is his normal route, but he may go for 9. Yeah, he went for 9 because of the 2 darts near the 1, just in case he deflected in.
It's an important one when he comes back. Very important.
82.
2 16s now. Van Gerwen on 128. He doesn't want another break going against him. No way. Make him feel better. 4-3.
Yeah, keeping on his shirt tail, that's important. Both players scoring very, very heavily now. We've had 6 maximums. That's the second 177. Always felt we were going to get that, but when it happens, it's always good to see. Fast and furious from both players.
Yeah, they sort of feed off each other's styles, don't they? That's 4. Not this time. I wonder if we're going to see a 9-darter this weekend. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, we've had 3 attempts. I'm sure people will be begging for another one.
Michael was one of them.
He certainly was.
Had sort of split vision last night, keeping an eye on Tyson Fury's exploits, and on another screen, away from the commentary box, watching Michael Van Gerwen at the same time in action against Vincent van der Voort. Great sporting weekend we've had. Tyson Fury, Davis Cup's just been won by Great Britain. Jamie Vardy keeps on scoring. Sheffield United got a draw at Barnsley. This goes on.
That is big news. I was listening then to the last couple of seconds.
96.
Jeff Stelling can bang on about Hartlepool. I'm sure I can talk about Sheffield United.
Another one, if he can.
140. Might be quite 80.
Giving himself chances, Chisnall here, but will he get one? He missed double 14 before, but he hasn't missed it this time.
Michael Van Gerwen. Now ready stages from first.
Maintaining that advantage from the break. Just the one break of throw in Van Gerwen's favour. My goodness, he needed that last treble there.
Well, 4 other legs Van Gerwen has won. They've all been finishes within the 80. 80, 81, 87 and 88.
81.
Van Gerwen continues to pepper the treble 20.
140.
9th score of 140 or more, added to 3 180s. Van Gerwen. Chisnall not too far behind.
140.
That was a good response there, because Van Gerwen was putting some pressure on the throw from
75.
Chisnall.
140 would make this look a lot better from a Chisnall's perspective, or 180 would be even better. Could go bullseye.
145.
Leaves himself a two-darter, so good thinking from Chisnall. 146, very doable though. Not this time, so Chisnall coming back on 57 to stay within one leg.
Quality last dart from Van Gerwen. And Chisnall, well, this is a must-take. Needs this. Tops for 5-4. Oh, quality. 4 doubles out of 6 for Chizzy. He's hanging on in there.
Yeah, he knows he has to keep doing that, and at some point you feel he will get the chance, but that is the third 177 on top of the 3 maximums from Van Gerwen. They're loving the darts here in Minehead. Full voice.
Chisnall didn't love the first 2. The third kind of extricated him from the mire. Van Gerwen, after 3 perfect darts, finds 2 just around, 3 just around the treble.
Got to keep the power scoring, and he's doing exactly that. Super darts again from Chizzy. You almost feel it's about mistakes this game, because they're both peppering the treble 20 as Van Gerwen hits his 4th maximum.
Pair of them throwing quite brilliantly. Chisnall, his average well over 100. Van Gerwen's 110 now, and looking for an 84 checkout double 12. 6-4, and still the 1 break holding, and they go to the break. He loves the way things are going. Chisnall knows he's throwing well, but he just needs that little glimmer of an opportunity to break back. Here in Minehead, and Michael Van Gerwen, the full gurning gamut of expressions. 6-4 up, and if he can just hold his throw from here on in, he'll take a place in the semi-finals. But Dave Chisnall is averaging 105. If there's even a tiny little chink in the armour, he's producing the darts which suggest he could certainly get right back into this match. It's a good Alan even.
Thank you very much, Bob. Yeah, spitting image dart style from Van Gerwen, but Chisnall playing pretty well. Just that break in leg 5. Van Gerwen hit the 180 and the 81 finished, and that's been the slight difference. You look at the fantastic averages from both players, which we almost expect from these talented dartists. Chizzy is a different animal nowadays. He's added all the other experience and continues with the high scoring you expect from the man from St Helens.
His 4th maximum of the match, his 11th of the tournament. Touche! Anything you can do, back I come.
The 9th maximum of the game so far, and we ain't finished yet. And we ain't finished yet. We ain't finished yet.
No finish for Van Gerwen. Chisnall, 81.
54.
And he's probably going to have to take this one out.
Well, we've had 5 finishes around the 80 mark. He's just checking, but he has to go for this. Ball!
33.
I can assure you, he wanted the ball, but he wasn't very close.
127 Van Gerwen, great dart. Treble 17 would have left double 8. This is a ball.
86. David Clark, 40.
Well, we've had 3 maximums in this leg, but both players quite a distance from the ball. Now it's about tidying up. Well, he went for 16 double. He's just spoilt the concentration there. He's got to keep it, because he's still got 2 darts at the double. Just setting himself right, making sure he knows what he's doing.
It's a big miss. Big miss. Van Gerwen can take a second break here. 9 double 16 he'll go. 2 darts at it. Double 8. And there it is. Chisnall pays the price. Van Gerwen 7-4 up. Soon as he missed that opportunity, it was the first double 16 that threw him.
Well, it was, yeah. He just stopped him in his tracks, didn't it? He's hit 2 maximum in that leg that he threw first in. Had 1 dart at the ball. Van Gerwen missed the ball. They returned to the board and missed the tidying up piece. Those small margins, John, it's happened twice in the match, and they've both been on the Dave Chisnall throw, and that's why it's 7-4 and not closer.
But Chizzy with a chance now. It's not sitting too cleverly, having to adjust. Might have to adjust again. No, Stewart stayed where he was, and the cover shot was an important one.
Oh, Van Gerwen firing away.
140.
It's kind of a must for Chizzy. Needs to make the most of this opportunity. He's effectively pinched the darts, and that's handy thinking.
Yeah, 3 legs down against anybody's hard. 3 legs down against the world #1 is very difficult. Now this is the party piece.
Bullseye, he's got 1. Bullseye, he's got 2 for double 16. Oh! Back of the net. High fives all round. What a finish that is. If you love your darts, just treasure that moment. Brilliant.
Well, party piece we called it, and the party has started. What a fantastic finish from Dave Chisnall, and after the leg before when he missed his chance, he stepped in just to let you know he's still in this match, and Van Gerwen knows it.
100.
That was something from Dave Chisnall. 7-5, he's got 1 of the breaks back. Can't afford to make any slip up now. This is good.
140.
Well, if anybody in the audience was asleep during that finish, I'm sure we woke them up, because everybody erupted when the 2 darts went in the ball. And Van Gerwen continues with this extraordinary scoring power.
Thunderous form. Brilliant darts from both men. But now Van Gerwen has perhaps moved into position to get that break straight back.
Yeah, fighting away, giving himself a good chance. Plenty of Van Gerwen lookalikes. Got the shirt on. But Chisnall really making his move now, John.
Yeah, he's not too happy about just being a bit part player, is he?
88.
So 44. He's got to get this, Alan.
Well, this is a fantastic response from Dave Chisnall. Last leg, he's still got to do it though. Double 16, he hit it with a 132. Double 8, he needs to get this. Well, that's the chalk and cheese of Dave Chisnall. 132, fantastic, and then misses the double.
Chizzy. He knows it. Nobody knows it more than he did. He'd done what was required, and he's effectively, well, you're shy at saying he's thrown anything away, because clearly he's doing everything in its margins. But what a great opportunity that was to have narrowed the gap.
Yeah, he's playing absolutely brilliant, isn't he? Van Gerwen playing at the top of his game, so is Dave Chisnall, but just those fine margins. And that really would have sparked him then after the last leg, the 132, and then that one.
And it's those doubles down in his favourite corner of the board. He'd have put money on him getting rid of those, and it happened to him twice. And as he comes towards the closing stages of this match, he's left with a mountain to climb.
Well, his scoring power will always give him the chance, but well, there you go. You can see he can't believe he's missed it. He's missed the chance.
Van Gerwen's 7th maximum. Effectively, he's had 10. With the big scores on the 19s as well.
Well, Chisnall could have won all 3 legs in this session. 3 darts in the first one, 2 in the last one.
69.
Chisnall's on a finish, 136. It's a big ask, but we've seen him getting wonderful checkouts, but not this occasion.
100.
Van Gerwen missed with 2. You just feel he's not going to miss again, but he will only get 1 if he hits the single, and that's double 4. Now then,
Well.
Van Gerwen's time to miss the double.
Chisnall's got to take this. The crowd willing him to get this double now, to keep this alive. He's done it, 9-6. And listen to the response. They don't want this to end. Want it to keep going, first to 10.
Yeah, back within 2, 8-6. And that leg there will counteract the leg before when he probably should have won and didn't. Probably shouldn't have won that one, but did. So he'll feel a little bit better now.
That was 3 great darts from Chizzy there. Having to come down and then up to the 18, but a fabulous response from Van Gerwen.
Yeah, fantastic averages. Throwing head jogs at the treble 20, these two.
140.
Power scoring.
This is darts of a quite sublime standard. Could be another 180. Whoa, just dragged that one. Well, 121's not so shabby. 180 would have been brilliant.
He'll be happy with the visit. That's the important thing. He's left himself a finish, a decent one. Only needs to hit 1 treble.
So 109 for Chisnall to make it back to 8-7. Treble 19 he now needs for double 16, but couldn't find it.
93.
Good setup though. 1-8, not the best finish on the board. Treble 18's the start. Now it's treble 20 and the ball. He needs the ball! Ooh, how close was that?
Goodness, how good is this match? How good is this game of darts? Dave Chisnall then for 8-7 to hold his throw. Double 8. This is a big, big dart coming now. Oh dear, that corner of the board again, undoing him.
Well, it's when he gets the 3 clear darts at the double, he seems to not be able to hit the double. And yet, the antics from Chisnall tells you the story there. He knows he's missed a trick.
It's been his 16s and 8s. 3 occasions, legs he should have won, and had he taken them, well, he'd have been ahead, wouldn't he?
Well, 3 times, 3 clear darts. He's set the shot up, and 3 clear darts at the double, and that's when he's missed it. When he's had 1 dart, he's hit it.
If this goes now according to throw with Van Gerwen, and the odds are that it will, despite that great start from Chisnall, he'll be walking away from this thinking, I should have won it, I should have done it.
174.
174.
Good as a maximum again.
Well,
11 effectively he's had.
As easy as you like. Back comes Chizzy, back comes Chisnall. Well, darts from the gods from these 2 players, playing at the highest level, giving everybody at home and in the audience here a treat of how to score in this game.
No finish for Chisnall. Van Gerwen on 90. He's poised, waiting in the wings to finish this off.
90. May go for ball. Yeah, another one of those, or 15 ball. Needs the ball.
65.
Well, if electing to go down the bull route, it's time to test out the mental resolve of Chisnall. 12 would leave the bullseye. Double 13 though. Oh, what a dart! What a dart, and the crowd rise to him. Onwards it goes, a break back.
Well, it's easy to go back on legs, but when you think of the chances Chisnall's had, and he's only, that 1 leg difference would have made this a level 8 leg apiece.
Alan, he should have won the match by now.
Yeah,
58.
absolutely. It's all about taking your chances, though. Just because you're on the double doesn't mean you've won the leg. Still got to do the end bit.
8th 180 for the world #1, Michael Van Gerwen.
Well, whatever happens in this match, both players take a bow. This is incredible darts of the highest calibre.
Slugging it out, exchanging fabulous blows.
60.
And now Chisnall, after Van Gerwen just totters slightly. A big hit here will put him favourite to make it 9-8.
Yeah, has to come downstairs because he's on 303. Another one of those will leave a finish. Great thinking and good darts from Dave Chisnall.
This is a quite brilliant exhibition from both men here. And now can Chisnall get the best finish there is? The roof will go up if he does.
Well, 170 to save it, 170 to win it. 60, not happy with that one, but he's still there, still hanging on.
Van Gerwen for the match, 170. No, not on this occasion.
Another one of those will leave double 18. This is it. He has to do this. 110. He's had a 132. Treble 18 for double. Double 18 to save it! Long way off the double.
For the match, Michael Van Gerwen, double 18. There it is! He clinches it and takes it by 10 legs to 7. But my goodness, it has been a privilege to sit and watch that. A 107 match average from Van Gerwen, 105 from Chisnall. They traded blows throughout. It could have gone either way. Chisnall will think he should have won it, and he blew it. But Van Gerwen, we've said it before, we'll say it again. It's why he's the world number one, and he's won it 10-7.